Pack your bags and grab your imagination. You're tuned in to Tino Tunes, where every story is a brand new world waiting to be explored. Are you ready for today's adventure? Let's jump in.
At the edge of the great emerald jungle, two sisters stood hand in hand. Ishra, the older sister, adjusted her backpack, while little Momita gripped her favorite sun hat. The jungle was a tapestry of giant ferns and towering mahogany trees that seemed to whisper secrets to the wind. "Just a little peek," Ishra said, her eyes bright with curiosity. Momita nodded, and together they stepped off the dusty path and into the cool green shade, unaware that the jungle had a magic all its own. A golden butterfly, its wings shimmering like liquid sunlight, fluttered past Momita's nose. "Look, Ishra, it's leading us to a treasure," the younger girl giggled. They chased the dancing light deeper and deeper into the forest, ducking under vines that looked like giant emerald necklaces. The air was thick with the scent of wild jasmine and damp earth. They ran through patches of golden sunlight that filtered through the canopy, laughing as the butterfly zipped between the ancient trunks. Suddenly, the golden butterfly vanished into the high branches. Ishra stopped and looked around, her heart sinking. The path was gone. The trees here were thicker, their roots twisting like sleeping giants across the ground. The cheerful chirping of the birds had grown quiet, replaced by the soft hum of the evening insects. "I think we went too far," Momita whispered, clutching Ishra's hand tightly. The jungle that had seemed so inviting now felt very big and very mysterious. From a branch high above, a burst of blue and orange feathers dropped down. It was a magnificent toucan named Neil. He landed on a branch right in front of Ishra and tilted his head, his large beak clicking softly. "Lost your way, little explorers?" he asked in a voice that sounded like a tinkling bell. Ishra gasped, her eyes wide. "You can talk?" she asked. Neil puffed out his chest and winked. "In this jungle, everyone has a story to tell if you're willing to listen." As Neil spoke, the bushes behind Momita rustled. A large, golden tiger named Shira stepped into the clearing. His fur was as soft as velvet, and his stripes looked like painted shadows. Momita shrank back, but Shira gave a low, rumbling purr that felt like a warm hug. "Don't be frightened, little one," Shira said softly. "The jungle knows you are guests. I am Shira, and I have watched over these trees since I was a cub. We will help you find the way back to your village." Ishra stepped forward and reached out a hand, feeling the incredible softness of Shira's fur. "We want to go home, Shira," she said bravely. The tiger nodded and stood up, his presence steady and strong. "Then follow the whiskers of the wind," Shira instructed. "Neil will watch from the sky, and I will guide your feet." Ishra felt a surge of hope. With a talking bird and a gentle tiger as their guides, the jungle didn't feel quite so scary anymore. As they began their journey, a mischievous monkey named Cappy swung down from a thick liana. He landed right next to Momita, balancing a cluster of bright purple berries on his head. "Hungry? Hard work, walking," Cappy chirped, handing a handful of sweet fruit to the girl. Momita laughed as Cappy did a little somersault on the grass. The monkey's long tail twitched with excitement as he joined their parade, making sure Momita didn't trip over any hidden roots. The group reached a wide river where the water sparkled like fallen stars. There was no bridge, but Cappy pointed to a series of sturdy vines hanging over the water. "Swing and zip! It's easy!" he cried. He grabbed a vine and helped Ishra find a secure grip. With a deep breath, Ishra swung across the cool water, feeling the rush of air against her face. She landed safely on the other side, cheering as she watched Cappy prepare to help her sister next. The sky turned a beautiful shade of violet as they reached the edge of the deep woods.
Neil flew low, circling over Momita's head. "Look there!" he chirped, pointing his beak toward a flickering light in the distance. It was the golden glow of the lanterns from their village. Momita jumped for joy, her tired legs suddenly feeling light again. "We made it! Neil, Shira, Kapi, look!" She turned to thank her new friends, her heart full of gratitude for the animals who had kept them safe. At the forest's edge, Ishra and Momita shared one last hug. The sisters looked back at the jungle, where Shira, Neil, and Kapi stood in the shadows, waving goodbye. "Remember," Shira's voice echoed softly, "the jungle is always your friend." The girls ran toward their waiting parents, their pockets full of jungle seeds and their minds full of magic. They had been lost, but they had found a world of wonder, and they knew they would never forget the song of the jungle, the song of...
Thanks for watching. Comment what you learned from the story. Subscribe for new stories.